Well. Welcome back, everybody. I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving and Black Friday and all that nonsense. I know I had a good Thanksgiving, got to spend some time with my girl's family, and then we're going to drive down in the new old car to my mom's house this weekend. Should be fun. And the last Queen video we did, I asked for more Queen, and a patron obliged. Hi, guys. Welcome to Leave Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. Ow. I know I am. And we are back with Queen. We're going back to A Night at the Opera. The song is called The Prophet Song, courtesy of our patron Tom. You rock, Tom. As always, thank you so much, my friend. I truly appreciate you. And for this Thanksgiving, I always do like a gratitude list, and this channel and this community very, very high up on the list. Let's just say that. And the support, it means the world to me, guys. Like, it really, really does. So don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Check out all our other exclusive videos on Patreon if you want to get a video just like this. Send a PayPal in to Patreon, all that stuff, and get a video. There you go. All right, here we go. The Prophet Song by Queen. 3, 2, 1, go. Get in my corner.
Of the earth, listen to the warning the seer he said, beware the storm that gathers here, listen to the wise man. I dreamed I saw on a moonlit stair, spreading his hands on the multitude there, a man who cried for a love gone stale and gold hearts of charity bear. I watched as fear took the old man's gaze, hopes of the young in trouble raised. I see no day, I heard him say, so grey is the face of every martyr. Oh, people on the earth, listen to the warning the prophet he said. Soon the cold of night will fall, summoned by your own hand. Oh, children of the land, bring into the new life, take my hand. We'll fly and find the new green bough, return like a white dove. He told of death as a bone white haze, taking the lost and the unloved babe. Late, too late, all the wretches round, these kings of beasts now counting their days. From mother's love his son estranged, married his own, his precious gain. The earth will shake in two, will break in death, all around will be a diary.
Oh, Brian is killing this, bro. What a riff.
For those who hear and mark my words, listen to the good plan. And 2 by 2, my humans, they'll be running for to come out of the rain. Oh, flee for your life. Who heed me not, let all your treasure
It's like a rock
make
opera.
you.
I like it.
Oh, fear for your life, deceive you not, the fires of hell will take you, should death await you. Oh, people, can you hear me? And now I know, and now I know, and now I know,
Wow.
and now I know that you can hear me. And now I know, and
It's like he's singing to me. I can feel it. His outfits are wild. This is trippy.
Now I know, 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 now I know. Listen to the wise, listen to the wise, listen to the wise, listen to the wise, listen to the wise man.
This is crazy. What is happening? Freddie's voice is just magical, man. I love the layering of all of his harmonies with himself. La, la. It's the album cover. Is he harmonizing with the rest of the band? Oh, I'm stupid. This is so different for them. It's like Kansas without the Kansas music. Is he air guitar? Hell yeah. I love the raw footage. It's so cool.
God give you grace to pass this place and peace all around. Make me a
Yeah, it's the rest of the band. They all sound fantastic. Man.
But still I fear, still I dare not laugh.
Wow. Brought to you by Vitamin Water. Disco ball. Oh no. Not over yet. That's it. That song almost felt like mystical in a way, especially that midsection with all the harmonies and such. Like, I know they like to play with vocals in this band, but that was like out of this world. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've ever heard anything like that exactly. it was just like vocal freeform in a way, and that really fit the rock opera thing I said in the beginning. Like it definitely felt like very epic in the scale of it, but it also felt very personal, and I felt like he was singing to me. Just the lyrical content of the song. It's basically listen to the warnings that the world gives you, or even someone else will give you, or yourself. Like I used to dream a lot, and then the past few years I haven't dreamed as much. But then the past few weeks, I've been having a lot of dreams, and I don't like what they're telling me, if that makes sense. If that's what my future holds, I don't really want to go down that path, but who am I to say, And I'll be honest with you guys, like I've had dreams about like relapsing and such, and I've been clean for like 5 years, and I don't know exactly why. Why not 4 years ago? Why not 2 years ago? And I'm not under like a considerable amount of stress. Like I'm a little stressed out, but not like I used to be. So it's just like it's strange to me that I get those dreams now, but you never know what the future holds. Let's be honest, anything could happen the next day. It could happen tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? And then everything could change, and that'd be it. You know what I mean? Obviously, I don't plan on doing that, but I'm honest. That's what my dreams have been about the past couple nights, and it kind of, I've always listened to my dreams in a way. Obviously, I don't take them for like in a literal sense, but in a more metaphorical, philosophical, spiritual sense. I mean, that's what your brain's thinking about, and your subconscious is more powerful than your waking mind. So if that's what your subconscious is, focused on, then you might make it happen. Self-fulfilling prophecy in a way. But yeah, like you could totally get what Freddie was getting at in a way here, I could be totally wrong, but like it did feel like, he's talking about the prophet and, him giving warnings about, if you die right now, you're going to hell and all this stuff, it's, I know Freddie went through a lot in his life, especially in his later years. He got treated, I think, very unfairly by a lot of people because of, what happened to him, obviously. And I was born right after the crisis, I was born in the early 90s. But I know it's like full swing, late 80s, mid 80s. And I just watched the movie Philadelphia. That movie, man, that made me cry, bro. Tom Hanks is one of a kind, I'm not going to lie. So was Denzel Washington. It's a great movie. But, like he went through so much, and I don't know. I feel like people that go through that, you don't know what they are going through unless you've been through it in a way, because it's, especially back then, people acted like you were, you had the plague or something, you know what I mean? And at the same time, people didn't know how it worked. So, it's a tough situation, you know what I mean? Like, I get both sides of it, and nowadays you can, hindsight's 2020. Of course you couldn't get it from touching them, you stupid motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how people act these days. But I'm sure back then y'all didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, always put yourself in that person's shoes, and I feel like if I was the one who had it and people acted like I was some leper or something, I would just probably off myself. It's just like, no one wants anything to do with me because I have something that I can't really control. Of course, there's a lot of other, sexual things that go into it too. And people are very judgmental and stuff like that about that, And I've always kept the motto, just like, if you don't ask, don't tell, if you don't ask about me, I'm not going to ask about you. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't affect my life. People can do whatever the fuck they want. I don't care. And, but still, like back then, that wasn't the prevailing sense, it feels like. Obviously there was a huge swath of the population that was like that, but not everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's probably more of like a 50-50 thing, if anything. Like, I don't know. But damn, like, you could just, I don't know. Like, it's got the rock opera thing going for it, but that midsection was very peculiar. I've never really heard them do that, It almost sounded like Kansas at one point. I don't know what exact Kansas song it sounded like, but I'd say Brian May was the other hero of the song because he just rips on that thing, but he knows dynamics very, very well. He knows when to fade into the background. He knows when to take lead and just like charge at the song. And the drummer and the bassist, of course, just follow right behind him. And they're so good. Like, even as just a trio, those guys would have been absolute stars. Like, they're so good. But then you add Freddie Mercury on top. Like, man, they took the band to the stratosphere. They like I always say, like there's multiple bands that just like they can come at you from any angle. You have no idea what they're gonna do, and they just wow you every time. And that's how I feel about Queen. Like they stray from their usual sound at certain points, and it just makes it like all the better. You know what I'm saying? Because I really don't like bands that do the same album over and over again. Because if you listen to like the first Queen album, the second Queen album, those motherfuckers were heavy, bro. I listened to them on the channel. I'm like, what is this? Like, this isn't freaking Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, what the fuck is this? And I loved it. You know what I mean? Like, those first two albums are just so damn good. Most people haven't heard them though. A lot of Queen stuff is pretty deep cuts. Actually, it's pretty deep cut material. They've got a lot of hits, obviously. They've got some really big hits, but then the rest of their material kind of like falls to the wayside, and I don't like that. Because there's so much stuff that you can discover and enjoy, and it's not just the radio hits. Even though the radio hits are great, Stairway to Heaven's great, Bohemian Rhapsody's great, even Stairway to Heaven's Zeppelin. You know what I'm saying? Just popular rock songs. But I don't know, man. It's always like off the beaten path kind of stuff that just really, really makes it. It gives the band its identity in a way. Obviously, the hits define you too, but stuff like this that's a little bit deep cut material. It's just kind of reinvents them every time you listen to them. I think that's so cool. And we don't listen to Queen as much as I'd like to, but we've done a lot of Queen actually, and I really enjoy them because. As you guys know, I'm really into the cultural aspect of all this as well, on top of the musical side of it, because they had a pretty big influence, and even nowadays they're one of the rock bands that the newer generations know is Queen. They're like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, Queen. I've seen the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing about the biopics. Even like the Doors biopic back in the 90s, apparently that introduced like a whole new generation of fans. And they may get a lot of stuff wrong, and the history might be fucked up, or they might get the wrong actor, the music might not be right in the movie, but it introduces, it could just be 5 people, it could be 1 person, but like it introduces people to a band that they weren't alive for, and it kind of gives you, I don't know, insight into them, into behind the scenes of making the magic in a way. And I'll always be, cool with the biopics. Like the Bob Dylan biopic was really good. All the ones I've seen, especially the Doors one. The Doors one's fucking nuts, bro. I love that movie so much, but it's haunting. It's absolutely haunting, and it stuck with me. It still sticks with me to this day. I watched it for the first time a few months ago. Maybe I don't know how time works anymore, so it could have been a year ago. I don't know. But I remember watching that movie, and I feel like I was watching my life on tape, basically. And it's kind of creepy how much I relate to Jim Morrison, I'm not going to lie. Even though that representation of him obviously wasn't true in the sense of the word, but maybe it got the spirit of it right, you know what I mean? I like the Queen one, so thank you, Tom. That was excellent. I don't know. That midsection kind of throws it off, but it makes it at the same time, if that makes any sense, because the rest of the song is connected by that. And then, of course, the bookends of Brian playing whatever Stradivarius, no, whatever instrument, whatever stringed instrument he's using in the beginning. It's beautiful. It really sets the tone for the song of just like the highs and the lows of it and the dynamics. I think it's really cool. Obviously, Freddie's a hero, bro. Like he made the song, so did Brian, but that's usually how it goes with them. You know what I mean? Like they're just a dynamic duo, obviously a dynamic duo as a musical act. But all 4 of them together, they're unstoppable, bro. And go listen to the first couple albums if you haven't. Yeah, I don't know who I'm talking to. You guys probably have more than I have. But yeah, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Check out our Patreon and our PayPal. That's the best way to support the channel. It's completely community funded, sourced, whatever word you want to fucking use. But you guys are the best. Seriously, I'm so grateful and thankful for all of you guys. I hope you enjoyed, as always. Have a great day.